What if I told you that the player who was once derided for his ailments, lack of consistency, and unrealized talent had just produced one of PSG's best individual seasons ever? Yes, the winger that many had written off, Ousmane Dembélé, had a spectacular season in 2024-25, contributing 48 goals in all competitions. In just 49 games, we're talking about 33 goals and 15 assists. This year, Dembélé silenced skeptics and reshaped his career with stunning League One performances in Champions League dominance. Every goal, every assist, and the tactical development that transformed him from what could have been into a top-tier superstar will be dissected in this film. Number 8, breaking down the numbers. When you hear 48 goal contributions, you immediately think of a striker. But here's what makes Dembélé's achievement extraordinary. He did this as a winger, a player tasked not only with finishing, but also with creating for others. His 33 goals represented the highest single-season total of his career, and the 15 assists underlined his evolution into a more well-rounded attacker. In League One, he consistently delivered in domestic matches, but what elevated his season was his impact in the Champions League, where his goals and assists often arrived in high-pressure knockout games. To put this into perspective, his goal involvement per 90 minutes ranked among the best across Europe, placing him shoulder to shoulder with elite forwards like Kylian Mbappé, Erling Haaland, and Vinicius Jr. For a player who had never been considered on that level statistically, this was a transformation. Number 7, how the goals were scored. Dembélé's 33 goals were not repetitive carbon copies. They showcased variety and evolution in his finishing. In earlier years, he often rushed shots, overcomplicated plays, or settled for low-percentage efforts. But in 2024-25, he looked calm, calculated, and deadly. Around half of his goals came from inside the box, reflecting smarter positioning and better timing of runs. His ability to cut inside onto either foot made him unpredictable, with defenders never sure whether he'd shoot left or right. Several of his goals were curling efforts into the far corner, the kind that highlight confidence and technique. At the same time, he produced simple finishes when needed first-time tap-ins, near-post touches, and rebounds, proving he no longer relied solely on spectacular solo runs. Importantly, he also began scoring from set-piece routines and edge-of-the-box strikes, underlining his growing versatility. Number 6, the assists, a playmaker's eye. While the goals naturally grab headlines, the 15 assists reveal a side of Dembélé that casual fans often overlook. He has always had vision, but in 2024-25, he learned to trust it. His assists often came in 3 distinct forms. First, the quick link-ups, 1-2 passes with Kylian Mbappé or a midfielder, carving open defenses with split-second exchanges. Second, the progressive through balls. Dembélé frequently found runners with perfectly weighted passes into space, turning half chances into guaranteed goals. And third, the low-driven cutbacks and crosses, which became his signature weapon. Several PSG goals started with Dembélé darting down the right flank before squaring the ball across goal for an easy finish. What's remarkable is that these assists were not padding stats in routine wins. Many came in Champions League knockout ties, where one accurate pass could change the course of a season. Number 5, defining moments in big matches. Every legendary season has signature games, and Dembélé delivered them. In the Champions League semifinals against Arsenal, he scored a crucial opener in the first leg, showing composure under pressure, and in the return leg, he provided an assist that sealed PSG's progression to the final. Then came the biggest night of his career, the Champions League final against Inter Milan. On that stage in front of the world, he stepped up not once, but twice, delivering 2 assists that dismantled Inter's defense and helped secure PSG's long-awaited European triumph. Beyond Europe, he also had league-defining performances, scoring late winners that kept PSG ahead in the domestic race. These weren't just stats on paper, they were moments of leadership, composure, and timing, proving he could be relied on when the stakes were highest. Number 4, tactical evolution. A huge reason behind this transformation was tactical clarity. Under PSG's system in 2024-25, Dembélé was given freedom, but within structure. Unlike his Barcelona years, where he sometimes drifted in and out of games, here he had defined responsibilities pressing high, arriving late into the box and connecting with midfielders in transitions. The coaching staff managed his fitness carefully, ensuring he avoided the constant injuries that once derailed his rhythm. Heat maps from the season show his evolution. Instead of hugging the touchline exclusively, he often drifted into central spaces, making him more dangerous in front of goal. That positional versatility made it harder for defenders to track him and gave PSG more unpredictability in attack. For the first time, he wasn't just a winger, he was an all-purpose forward. Number 3, advanced metrics and data nuggets. For those who love numbers, Dembélé's 2024-25 campaign was a goldmine. His goal involvement per 90 minutes placed him among Europe's top 5 attackers. His non-penalty goals showed that his finishing wasn't reliant on spot kicks, but came from open play, increasing their value. His shot maps revealed more attempts taken from central, high-quality zones compared to his Barcelona years, reflecting smarter movement. Passing network graphics highlighted his chemistry with Mbappé. The two exchanged more passes than any other attacking pair in PSG's squad, showing trust and coordination. Interestingly, his defensive metrics also improved. He pressed more aggressively, won more duels, and even contributed defensively in big matches. These numbers confirmed what fans could already see: a winger who had turned into a complete two-way player. Number 2, from doubts to glory. Perhaps the most powerful narrative of Dembélé's season is how far he came from the doubts of the past. At Barcelona, his time was overshadowed by long injury layoffs, expensive price tags, and questions about professionalism. Many critics openly doubted he would ever fulfill his potential. But at PSG in 2024-25, he flipped the script. With nearly 50 appearances and consistent output, he proved that reliability was no longer a weakness. His transformation wasn't only physical but also mental: a renewed focus, improved discipline, and a hunger to silence doubters. By the end of the season, he wasn't just part of the Ballon d'Or conversation. He was widely regarded as one of the best wingers in the world. Number 1, what it means for PSG and France. For PSG, Dembélé's rise came at the perfect time. With Mbappé preparing for new challenges, the club needed another superstar capable of carrying the attacking load. Dembélé became that player, producing not only goals but also a sense of reliability that PSG had often lacked in Champions League campaigns. For the French national team, this resurgence was equally significant. Heading into international tournaments, having a winger who can both score and create opens up tactical flexibility. France can now deploy him in multiple roles as a right winger, left winger, or even as an inside forward, knowing he will deliver. His form turned France's front line into one of the most balanced and threatening in world football. Ousmane Dembélé's 2024-25 season was more than numbers on a stat sheet. It was a story of redemption, resilience, and evolution. From 33 goals to 15 assists, from Champions League heroics to League One dominance, he proved to the world that he is not just potential anymore, he is world-class reality. This was the season that changed his legacy, which elevated him from a talented but inconsistent winger into a decisive game-changer on the world stage. And so, the once-questioned star became the hero of PSG's historic campaign. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite Dembélé moment of the season. Because if 2024-25 is any sign, the best of Ousmane Dembélé is still yet to come.